Hey everybody, it's Rango. I'm coming here today with my brand new desktop. This is the Dell Inspiron Gaming 5000 series. It's running the AMD Ryzen 7 1700, 16 gigs of DDR4, and it has the AMD RX 580 8GB graphics card, 1 terabyte hard drive. You're going to see the complete setup and everything of this, and you're also going to see the install of the SSD, because this does not have an SSD. This is January 27th, 2018. So Best Buy this week was running a sale on these for $8.99, which was $150 off. In addition to that, this was an open box item. I ended up picking this thing up for $764, which in my opinion, and I'm assuming probably all of y'all's, for $764, this was a steal. It's a Geek Squad certified open box. So we're going to open this thing up and take a good look and see what we have here. Now this item was an open box, so it's not going to be exactly like it would be. Obviously the power cord appears to be loose right here. It does have a mouse, a little Dell mouse, and the keyboard is in here, and it's still in the plastic, you know, just regular standard USB, nothing fancy here. And then of course the little quick gaming setup. So let's get this out, and oh, there she is. There she is. So, oh man, and I tell you, the pictures make this thing look like a light gray. It's more of a dark slate gray. And I'm sorry I'm off camera a little bit, but alright guys. Hopefully, let me get that in there. Oh yeah, look at that thing there. There she is. So, like I said, this was an open box. I don't know what the whole story behind this item was. I can tell you that they never even took the plastic off of this computer. So you're getting ready to see me right now. Oh yeah, here it goes. Right here, we're going to just let me bring this around. So the plastic's still on. The plastic has never even came off. So, oh yeah, look at that. I tell you, and you know, I talk about the Amazon open box items all the time, but Best Buy is the same way. I mean, it's just like a car almost. As long as you don't get an item that's broke, you can get some great deals. I mean, look at this. This thing's brand new. So I don't know, maybe somebody got it and realized it wasn't the right one or what, but oh yeah, look at that. This is nice. Like I said, the Ryzen 7, we're going to go over it in more detail later. There's plastic all over it, so I'm not going to take all of it off right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and we'll pull this top part off too. Yeah, this thing, I tell you, I'm really looking forward to testing out this Ryzen 7 with the RX 580 graphics card. You know, the computer I've been using, I've been struggling trying to edit these videos. This should do a great job. If we look right here on the front, you can see we have SD card reader, 2 USB 2 ports, and then right here in the front we have 2 USB 3 ports and a USB-C and a standard headphone jack. You know, CD-ROM drive here. On the back of the machine, right here, we have the old school mouse and keyboard connectors. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4 of USB 3.0s, and then we have 2 more USB 2.0s, Ethernet jack, and then variety of different sound cards. I'm sorry, sound options to import. And then obviously the RX 580 right here. We are running, let me double check. Okay, we are running 3 display ports. There's 3 display ports and 1 HDMI. So we'll zoom in case anybody's got any questions. 3 display ports, 1 HDMI. So guys, I'm super excited about this. I'm going to go ahead and I have to first I have to go ahead and unhook the old computer, disconnect everything, and then I'll go over you know, the install of this. We're going to take off the side panel as well, get a good look at inside, figure out what size SSD we need to go ahead and put the operating system on. We'll go ahead and load it up first, get rid of a lot of that bloatware, and then copy everything over onto the SSD. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you how to get into the case. There's going to be 2 screws right here. We're going to loosen these up. Oh, fell right out. There we go. One more down here, and you can also see there's the connector if you want to put a lock on there if you're going to take it to like a LAN party or something. You don't want anybody stealing the stuff out of it. And this slides right off. So we're going to take this side panel off, and we'll give you a good look inside right here. Okay, so right here we have the hard drive. We have 2 extra connections right here. This is going to be for another hard disk. There's a little solid state drive bay right here, which is definitely I'm going to use. We also have another 6-pin connector. So if you wanted to add another graphics card, I'm going to have to look on here. Okay, we have 3 more SATA ports right there for extra things. I'm going to have to look in here more. My head was probably in y'all's way. Let me just go ahead and show you. So we'll zoom in because this is probably what a lot of people are going to have questions about. So as you can see, the SDM, the PCIe slot is right there. There's the graphics card. There's your bays and everything right there. There is a place right there it looks like I can connect another fan to. So I'm going to have to look and see if there's another connector on this 460 watt power supply, which is pretty good. So we'll be good there. You know, we got the heat sink and everything else. I'm super excited with all of this right now. So there's 2 PCIe slots. There's actually 1 SATA SSD and another PCIe slot on this motherboard. I do see another 4-pin. So I'm pretty sure that slot right there, I'm going to be able to put another fan in. And what I'm probably going to do, if this is blowing out, I'm probably going to have this sucking air in through the front. I have another fan, and I'm going to add that fan to it. So here's the inside of the case. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be able to get you some more information. So there's the graphics card, you know, the Radeon RX 580 8 GB card. Like I said, run the Ryzen 1700. So and same thing. So this is going to be a question I know that's going to come. So let me look. I know it's a 16 gig. So it's going to be a Kingston 16 gig 2400. So Kingston 2400 DDR4 stick. So there's only 2 RAM slots, but I can get another 16 gig stick and put it right in there. And that's probably what I'm going to do. This here is the light. Right here, that's where the blue LED lights are. So I'm going to take this over to the table, and we are going to fire it up and check out how she runs. I'll tell you, the worst thing I get this new computer is undoing your wiring and everything else for the new one. But I have just the mouse that came with it, the keyboard that came with it hooked up. We're going to turn it on now and see what happens. See if she powers up. Alright. She turned on. Oh yeah, look, we got the blue lights going. That's pretty. Alright, as you can see. Screen start, everything loaded up. Pick my time zone over here on the East Coast. Alright, so I had to log in. Logged in my Microsoft account and everything. Basically, it did some update. and it's signing in now. So everything's up, everything's running. We'll wait for the Windows screen to boot, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I finally got everything loaded up. It took a lot longer than I had anticipated. Just tons of Windows 10 updates. All that's complete. I'm actually doing the Dell updates now, OS recovery, and also a BIOS update. So this is going to be, you know, another, let's say 35 seconds, and then on top of that I'm going to have the BIOS update as well. That's going to be needing to be downloaded. So we're going to let this get done and then see where we are. Alright, so we're finally here at this screen now. So the BIOS is finally updating. So I was current 1.1.2 and I'm going to 1.3.6. So alright, so everything is up and running. There's been no issues at all. I've downloaded the programs that I normally do. I have still trying to figure out what everything is that I have running, to look and see if there's any, you know, processes that I need to shut down. Alright, so I got everything running. As you can see, let's look at the performance. So right now, at idle, my CPU usage is 0%. Well, 1% now. At what, 137. Let me see if I can zoom in and yeah. So but right now I'm at 0 to 1% at 1.58 base speed, obviously, and this is, you know, 3 gigahertz. So right now I'm super happy with it. I'm actually going to go in here and I am going to mess with this video that I just did, and see how it works out. But I'm super happy with it. It did take a while for everything to stabilize and download. I honestly felt like it was never going to get done. I think it was probably, I want to say, close to an hour that it took to actually download everything, do all the updates, and everything that needed to be done. But right now I'm super happy with it. I got a few programs, like I said, done. I do my Cupid CPU-Z, my CC Cleaner, and my Google Chrome. That's probably, well, I'm going to go ahead and download my Adobe as well. I don't do a whole lot of like super editing. I do basic cuts and everything on my videos. When you watch them, I mean, they're not professional productions. You know, this is something I just do as a hobby. I enjoy it. I just use Adobe Premiere Elements is what I use. So I got to get Adobe Premiere Elements on here, and then there'll be another video coming maybe tomorrow. We'll see when I install the SSD. One thing I will say over here is this SATA power connector here, and to get up here to the motherboard, I'm going to need a longer SATA cable, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 inches. The ones I have, I think, are maybe 8.5 or 9. So they're not going to cut it. So I'm going to need to get bigger cables before I'm able to do anything else with the SSD. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the actual computer, let me know. Once again, it's a 460 watt power supply. I know that's a question that's asked a lot. Those are questions that I was trying to find out when I was looking into this rig. Got an awesome deal on it. I'm going to now reset up my entire setup. You know, like I said earlier, I had to pull cords and everything else from all over. Alright, so guys, really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this, please click the like button down below. I really would appreciate a subscribe. As you know, YouTube's changed its partner program, where you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers now to be part of their the YouTube partner program. So if you enjoyed the video, please click the subscribe button. It would help me out tremendously. Once again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. There will be a link to subscribe right down here. and I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the video of installing. Either I'm going to do the SSD or I'm going to do the SATA.